Hey guys, happy late St. Patty's Day. Oh, calling back with some more stuff. More stuff to show you. We got records right off. Right on here on top, we got Hang 'em High, the original motion picture soundtrack. Now, I like Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns. I like this movie, but I don't think it really had the impact that his character did in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Few Dollars More, those movies. This was a different type of western. I think it went more back to like the old westerns from Clint Eastwood, or not Clint Eastwood, John Wayne, and those sort of guys. But it was a enjoyable movie. But for me, it just wasn't as enjoyable and iconic as his other spaghetti western character. Just love those movies, man. The soundtracks on those are great too. You can just listen to those soundtracks all day and not even watch the movies. I think I might already have this, but now I have another one. The Spencer Davis Group, Give Me Some Lovin'. I've been kind of picking up some doubles of some things recently. So, if anybody out here is looking for a copy to trade or something, I think I have two of these now. But they might be different printings, because I think my other one is white up here instead of yellow. I can't remember. This is... you all have seen this record, but usually this banana is yellow, and I don't think this is like a reprint issue, but I'm not sure why and for what reason, when, because the banana is green, and it says unripened, and it's still sealed in whatever record store it says Waterloo Records and Video, unripened, 1999, and I'm pretty sure this is it's a reprint, obviously, but I don't know when it came out, when the reprint was. The Velvet Underground. I've never had this album, but I've seen this, and I think it was $15. And I was like, that's good enough price for me. Usually you see the real one, or the original, is always all tore up. The banana's all peeled off usually. And the white, obviously white album covers over the years, they don't stay white. They get all dirty and handprints and so on and so forth. So whatever's going on. Anyway, anybody knows anything about this record, let me know. Oh, there's Morty. Hi, Morty. My neighbor made him that new cat crawl play toy. It's behind my couch back there, and it's kind of big and huge. It takes up a lot of space, so I had to kind of stick it back there to make room. But he sleeps on that thing, and he lays up there like he's perched, ready to pounce on me at any second. Oh, here's another Morty story. I cut my foot at work the other day. I don't know how. I must have dropped. We was moving stuff around. And I dropped something on my foot, and it started bleeding. And overnight, when I was sleeping, I woke up to him chewing on my foot. He was trying to eat me. Eat me alive. Anyway, here we have Motown Love Collection. It's just a compilation of some Motown stuff. And there's Diana Ross and Michael Jackson on the front of these. Different Motown songs. And here's another one. Volume 1, Motown Monster Hits. I like these compilation ones because I can just put it on. And it's kind of like listening to the radio back in the old days. You just get a different group and song on each track. I just think they're fun. Pickwick, you remember Pickwick? Those guys? They were known for their really cheap records. Let's see. We have T-Rex, Tanks, And this is in really good shape too, but I think this might be a reissue. Not sure. But it has a very colorful inside, and there's a bunch of records on there that would be on anybody's wish list these days. Look at all those. I'm gonna hold it up there, maybe you can see them. There's that. And here we have Spencer Davis and Peter Jameson. Now I'm not sure if this is the same Spencer Davis that's from the Spencer Davis group, because obviously this isn't Steve Winwood, but I guess one of them's name was Spencer Davis and it was his group, and now he's off cheating with this other Peter Jameson guy. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, but I just picked it up and I check it out, and if I don't like it, it's getting recycled somewhere. And the books. We're not actually showing books today. I thought I would share some books on tape. These are always fun. Here we have Jack Kerouac's Mexico City Blues, read by Allen Ginsberg. Books on tape, and I have it here all queued up, and we can listen to a little bit of that. Change things
Butte,
up a bit.
Magic of ignorance. Butte magic is the same as no Butte. All one light, old rough roads, one high iron main way. Denver is the same. The guy I was with, his uncle was the governor of Wyoming. Course, he paid me back. 10 days, 2 weeks, stock and joint. Was an old crook anyway. The same voice on the same ship. The supreme vehicle, SS Excalibur, Maynard, main line.
And that was that one. And who here remembers Charles Kuralt? I believe he passed away a few years ago. Remember he had that TV show that used to come on Sundays. Is it still on? Some hosted by somebody else. It was called On the Road with Charles Kuralt. I can't remember what it was called. But the 99 cents. I found this at the Salvation Army quite a while ago, last summer maybe. And we'll pop that one in. He has a very soothing voice, so these are good to listen to at night. Like when you're getting ready to go to bed, you turn out all the lights and you're laying in bed. You can turn this on low, and it's almost like you're getting told a story before you're going to bed when you was a kid. But Charles Kuralt has a very soothing type voice. Uh-oh. It's on side 1. Sorry, guys.
3. On a real moonlit night on Montague Street in Charleston. I had a magnificent month admiring Charleston's houses and gardens, which are the most harmonious in America. I met many Charlestonians who are the most genteel of Americans. But my steadiest companion was that cocky mockingbird perched in the next-door garden. He sang not only in the moonlight, but also in the first light of morning, in the blaze of noon, and in the dusk of evening. He mimicked other birds. He mimicked the cats and the crickets and the squeak of my screen door. From time to time, he sang what seemed to be pure mockingbird songs, of which he had an amazing repertoire. He varied his rhythm and volume and pitch, but he almost never shut up. I thought him charming at first. Later on.
Anyway, that's Charles Kuralt. I do enjoy these. I don't mind my antics. I'd like to find some more of his books on tape. I'd probably order them, but who knows what they're charging. Shouldn't be that much, $1 or $2. And lastly, here what we have over here. What would we have over here? We have... I bet you think this is a giant pocket watch, don't you? It does look like a giant pocket watch. But this is actually a miniature phonograph. made by the System Vedaz company in Switzerland, and these were made between 1924 and 1927. And there's also one that was made in Japan in the 1940s, but it's a little bigger than this and it's square. And those came out in the 1940s. And right now there are copies being made in India, which are being made very cheaply. And I'll share the Japanese version maybe on my next video. But if you pick up that cheapie, just keep in mind it's made in India and it might not be made as well. But that is being remade. This, I'm surprised you're not doing these yet. But this might actually still have a copyright on it. But anyway, this is a phonograph and it comes in this little case. And everything is all compact inside of there. If I can get it out without that happening. Oh boy, we lost some stuff. Anyway, it's pretty tough made. And that's inside of there. And there's the reproducer and the turntable. And it all fits inside here. And these two plastic thingies go together to form a sound box or a horn. There goes a funny camera again. Let me see, can I reach that part? It fell over there. This is a little pin that holds your record down. And at the end of this, I'll put this all together and make a little video for you to watch. I collect these miniature phonographs. They wind up like a clock. I like wind up things, as you already know probably. I have several which I will share over the next few weeks or so. Now this Mickey phone I just showed you, I picked that up about 3 years ago, and I got it for a good price. Now they are selling that for an outrageous price on eBay or wherever you might look. So be careful on that. And be careful on the other Mickey phone, which they are making copies of now. And that's it. Calling over and out. And weirdos unite. Check out the video or not.
And I haven't got time for the waiting game. On the days when
Okay guys, that was the 1920s Mickey phone. And this is where I get my little needles for it, from this Gettysburg Antique Phonographs. His website right here if you need any supplies, or maybe you want a phonograph of your own. He also does repairs and sells and buys. There you go. 1920s Mickey phone.